Our current campaign finance system is really dominated by wealthy special interests, and the problem with this is the big supporters of candidates end up having a disproportionate influence over policy once those candidates are in office. In an ideal system, a candidate's donor base would look more like the candidate's constituents. Public financing changes the incentives for candidates and gets a larger pool of the population contributing in elections. And the Democracy Voucher Program in Seattle is a very innovative form of public financing.
This was a citizens initiative, which is kind of a big feature out here on the West Coast. They collected the signatures and got it on the ballot, and it passed 2-1. The Democracy Voucher Program distributes 4 $25 vouchers to every registered voter in the city of Seattle, and they can contribute those $100 in vouchers to any participating candidate who qualifies for the program.
I'm running for city council because I want to make sure that everybody in this city can afford to live in the place that they work.
Teresa Mosqueda is a community activist who had been working in the community for, I believe over a decade. She herself said that she still had rent to pay, she still had student loans to pay, so running for office was never in the books until something like democracy vouchers came along. And because of that, she ran and she won.
And when we don't allow for affordable housing,
We've seen so many different changes that have come out of the Democracy Voucher Program. We've seen more community-based candidates that do champion community issues being able to really be elected and run for office who normally wouldn't. We've seen more young people giving than ever before. And we've also seen an 84% increase in new donors. So more people are participating, they look more like the city, younger, they're more people of color, and the people who are running for office as a result are more in tune with the city's needs and have actually been champions of the city's needs and the community's needs for quite so many years. This program is really important to our democracy because we really need to make sure that our community voices are uplifted and amplified.
The thing that's really groundbreaking about this system is that all of a sudden every citizen in the city is a potential contributor to elections. And this is a big change from how most campaigns are financed.
I think what's important about public financing in the long term is ideally we'll get an elected body that looks more like us. It'll be people who are sitting around their table trying to figure out how they're going to pay rent and keep a roof over their head and get their kids through school. And I think that's the true promise of public financing, that people who will get elected won't be millionaires. They'll be people who have broad public support and are able to run a good campaign with public dollars.